And that is Avengers Campus, Fresh Baked. Disney just released that video, and with it, an opening date for Avengers Campus, June 4th. June 4th, Avengers Campus will be open to the public. And I wasn't expecting to be more excited. I was not expecting this news today. I was planning to just bask in the glow of having seen the Disneyland Railroad and work on some other projects. But this news just broke, and the day just keeps getting better. The week just keeps getting better. We've got more great news. Avengers Campus, June 4th. And even better, we got images. Our first images from inside the walls, on the ground, lights on, everything full effect, the beauty and wonder that is going to be Avengers Campus. And it looks, I have to say, it looks really, really good. Let's take a closer look, actually. And that right here, that's what I've been calling the Avengery building as we've been doing our construction updates. I'm not sure what's in there, if anything. If there's no ride, obviously. It's more or less going to be the queue, I think, for the entrance to the e-ticket when they finally build that. But right now, I'm not even sure if there's a shop in there. But no, I know this is, the shot's really well staged and everything. But I have to say, well done. The lights, the tower in the background, it looks the way a Disney product should look. It looks the way you want the land to look when you're in there. Like, I want to have that feeling. And I'm getting that feeling, looking at that image, I'm getting that feeling like I'm in a well-done environment. One thing I do know is that they will be doing some sort of live stunt show on top of that building. That building will feature in the stunt show. Expect to see Black Widow and Taskmaster. We've seen them referenced specifically on the construction walls out in front of Avengers Campus. They've mentioned Black Widow and Taskmaster. So I mean, I have to think for sure that those characters are going to be appearing on that building. So that's good news. That's something that's going to happen on that building. You're not going to be able to do anything else there, not for a while, but we have that. This shot here is just on the other side of the construction walls. And again, beautifully composed shot and well lit. I'm loving the colors, the blues and the reds mixed in with that old warehouse aesthetic of the Stark building. And it's a fantastic introduction into the land. Again, I can't wait to make that left turn or right turn, depending on which direction you're going, but I can't wait to make that turn into Avengers Campus and see this thing laid out before us, especially at night. This looks like, as a lot of things at Disneyland, a perfect thing to do at night. By the way, remember, they're going to be doing a live stunt show in front of that Spider-Man attraction building, the beautiful blue and red looking one. We're going to see this. That's a Stuntronic. That's a Spider-Man Stuntronic. He's going to be doing those moves over Avengers Campus. I don't know how often. I don't know if it's going to be like just a daily thing. I don't know if it's going to be a permanent thing, but it's something they'll be doing at least, when the place first opens, and hopefully at night, with everything's beautifully lit, and you got a spotlight on Spider-Man, and he does this thing over Avengers Campus. Look out for that. That's going to be an exciting thing. This is the entrance to the PIM test kitchen, and you can't really tell much about the interior. We do have some concept art for that. But that door looks really freaking cool. They could have made this just a regular door, but they made this instead, which is great. And it kind of evokes somewhat that quantum tunnel thing that they have in the back of the van, the Econoline van that they do in Ant-Man the movie. It kind of evokes that sort of thing. I'm not sure what it is, if it's supposed to be an actual thing, but there you go. It looks really cool. Better than a regular door. The food here at PIM Test Kitchen will be huge, literally. I'm wondering if they're going to let you keep the fork. People are going to start stealing those little forks, just like they stole the spork at Docking Bay 7. I kid, but I mean, that could. I want one of those tiny forks so I can put it into a giant meatball, and it looks fantastic. Can't wait to get my hands on that enormous pretzel too. I am such a sucker for. I'm a sucker for lighting effects and giant with mustard. I am a sucker for those things. But now this is what we're here for. This is our first look at the Doctor Strange attraction. The theme is an old sanctum, a ruin, I believe. Not the Sanctum Sanctorum. That's actually in New York City, but one from the past, I'm sure. The grounds are probably still quite magical, which is why Doctor Strange would visit and take in that magic energy. Actually, there is a bit of backstory that I've learned. The site is located in the Los Angeles Hills, which makes sense. I guess that's where the Avengers Campus is in LA. So that's where we are, part of California Adventure still. So the campus is in LA, so this site existed, who knows how many thousands of years ago or whatever, but it exists in LA somewhere. And it was there was a spell cast so that you couldn't see it, but apparently Tony Stark or brought in Doctor Strange to sort of unlock the view, unlock it so that people can see it and visit like we can at Avengers Campus. Now, thank you very much, Stark and Doctor Strange. Anyway, this is really more than I could have hoped for visually. Again, this is beautifully done. The show, I'm sure, will be just inside that archway, done in the round, I imagine, because I don't see, it looks like standing only. I don't see any seats. And there's the, I don't know what this thing is called. Looks like a dodecahedron, but I'm not sure if that is something that features in the Doctor Strange canon. I'm not that deep into the Marvel universe to know if that thing's a real thing or not in the universe of Marvel. Maybe you guys can tell me. But here's a closer look, and man, I am such a sucker for lighting effects. I really am. This is going to look amazing in person. I can't wait to see this. So there you go. Those are the images that we've seen so far that they've released. That video looks great. I can't wait. I cannot wait. June 4th. Okay, so let's talk about that date for a second, because it has meaning, and I'm wondering. I'm not sure if this is a coincidence or if it's just worked out that way. June 4th is before the June 15th announcement, or the June 15th deadline that the governor was saying how they're going to unlock everything on June 15th, and pretty much the tier system is going to go away. Now, what is that? I would have thought they might hold off until that date then, so that they can make a bigger opening. So what does that mean? It means they're probably going to open under some sort of limited capacity, 25, 35%. We're supposed to be in yellow by then, so it could be as much as 35% capacity, which is still pretty good. But it's enough time to separate itself from the reopening of Disneyland and California Adventure proper, but not so long as people are like feeling that they've been shorted. I mean, some people are just going to be urgent and they want to go right then. Some people are going to want to wait until Avengers Campus opens. I don't blame people in either case. I will say this. Remember that date when you look on the calendar, this coming on the 15th, when you start buying tickets, we start making reservations, and you have an eye for Avengers Campus. Keep that date in mind, because you can book for that date now. Or you could when the reservations start being accepted. April 15th, you can book as late as June 15th. So maybe that's the key here, is that they want Avengers Campus, the date, to be known when people start booking reservations on April 15th, which makes sense. That's really a good thing for them to do. If they're not going to open it right away, that's fine, but at least make it known when it's going to be open, so when they start taking reservations on the 15th. So that's the thing. I got to remember that too, because my mind is focused almost solely on Disneyland, and this just triggered me. I'm like, oh God, I got to get a ticket for DCA. I hope we can get a ticket. Hopefully they'll do a AP or an AP preview, or Legacy Pass holder preview, maybe a media preview. I don't know, but keep that date in mind, June 4th for Avengers Campus. Anyway, there you go, guys. That's your heads up on the opening of Avengers Campus. Looking forward to this. It's very exciting news. I don't think I can take any more of this. I just bought a ticket for Universal Studios today. I'll be there on opening day on Friday. Also bought an annual pass, so I've got passes now for all three parks. Well, I don't have a pass for all three parks. I have a pass for Universal Studios and Knott's Berry Farm, but I don't have one for Disneyland because they're not selling an annual pass. Oh my God, my head is going to explode if I don't get one of those someday soon. Maybe, just throwing this out there, maybe they might change their position on annual passes and capacity once that June 15th day rolls around. I don't know anything. I'm just saying, if they're going to get rid of the tier system, why not just, rack up or crank up the capacity and bring back annual passes? Positive wishful thinking. Thanks for joining us. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more, of course. You can follow us on Instagram at _FreshBaked and on Twitter at FreshBaked. That's fresh with no E. And like this video, guys. Subscribe to our channel and do all that stuff. We'll see you next time. FreshBaked.